today I recreated Greenville's Just Buy It in Roblox Studio. Alright, so obviously I'm no professional here, but I have learned some of the basics of building in Roblox, so hopefully we'll be able to get this done. I did recently recreate tires plus off camera for some practice, so let's hope this actually turns out good. So right here, I'm just recreating the front wall, trying to get the textures and colors as close as possible as I can to the real ones. Obviously, I can't probably get the exact same textures. However, I'm finding ones that do look close enough from the resources that I currently have. Alright, so for this section, I'm actually recreating the sign. Now, as you will notice, the font that I use isn't exactly identical to the original font. I honestly have no clue what font was used in the original one, so I'm just using something that looks relatively similar. Now, as you can see here, I was having some issues with actually scaling the text, as it was way too thick, and no matter what I tried to do, it just wouldn't get skinnier, so basically what I had to do was actually move the text back, but the only issue with that is that now the text actually shows behind the sign. Alright, so now I'm just laying down this stripe shape that goes around the entire building. This was honestly pretty simple to do. The hardest thing about it was probably actually evening out the parts and making sure it was roughly in the center of the building. So at this point of the build, I begin placing down the main frame of the actual building. So as you can see, I begin placing down the walls all around the building to make it a square shape like it is in game. And I also begin wrapping around those stripes throughout the whole building. Now is where I actually begin the trickiest part of the build, which is actually creating the front entrance. The main reason why this was so hard is because that there are so many parts involved with this, and especially making sure that they're all as even as possible as well is definitely something that's actually pretty hard for me to do right now. However, I managed to get through it and actually make it look pretty decent. I don't think I got every single part completely even. However, for the most part, to the naked eye, you can't even really tell. And overall, it was literally just placing a bunch of parts in certain spots, so it was more tedious than actually being hard. Also, on a side note here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the road to 15k, so it would be greatly appreciated. So at this point in the build, I began construction on the roof. Luckily, the roof of Just Buy in Greenville is actually flat. The hardest part of this roof was probably the trims that line the outside of it. So you guys will see that there's two little parts that actually line the outside of the roof here, and those are pretty tedious to get even across the entire building. But for the most part, it actually wasn't too bad. And then lastly, I'm just doing some final touches around here. So there were a few little things I missed, such as not lining up the parts properly, and just missing out on small details altogether. So I made sure to do as much of those as I possibly could, and as much of them as I actually remembered to do. And overall, that was actually pretty much it. So honestly, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. However, this building is pretty basic, to be honest. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Obviously, it's not an exact one-to-one scale replica. However, in my opinion, it is definitely close enough. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully, you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're on the road to 15k right now, so it would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about this video, leave them in the comments below. And if you guys want more building content in the future, let me know as well, because it's definitely something that I do actually enjoy doing. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.